From family events to volunteer opportunities to community happenings, there is a lot going on in your community. Learn about all the possibilities and opportunities on this episode of Community Hotline.
Hi, and welcome to Community Hotline. My name is Monica Weitzel, and we're here at Metro East Community Media. We're here to introduce you to nonprofits and other local organizations that are vital to your community. Also, if you are interested in taking part in an ongoing conversation about the things that we talk about here tonight, be sure to go to our blog, and you can also check us out on Facebook. Tonight, we're going to talk, first of all, with the West Columbia Gorge Chamber of Commerce. We have with us tonight David Brown, who is the president of the Gorge Chamber of Commerce. We appreciate you being here, David.
You betcha. Thank you, Monica. You've been on before. Appreciate it, yeah.
And you brought with you tonight Tony Gonzalez, who is a recruiter for FedEx.
Yes, pleasure to be here.
It's, being a big part of the community here in East County, especially lately. So we want to hear all about that. David, I'd like to start with you first, if you could. I know you've been on before, but in case somebody missed that show, let us know exactly what it is the Chamber does for this community here. What is your goal and what is your mission?
Absolutely. Thank you again for letting us be here. The West Columbia Gorge Chamber is a 20-year-old chamber that basically covers and resources the cities of Troutdale, Wood Village, Fairview, Cascade Locks, and unincorporated Corbett. So we got a huge region, and with all the different cities. And basically we're here to support and resource not only the businesses in our local area, but also the community. And we're basically a chamber like anyone else. One thing that's unique with us, obviously covering the cities, but we also have a very active and vital visitor center right at the gateway of the Gorge, right there in Troutdale, to help all the tourism that comes into the Gorge area.
And this is a big tourist area, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that when you say at the gateway, that's literally at the gateway, right? The new
Absolutely.
arch,
the new arch that's in Troutdale. Our offices are just south of the arch there.
Yeah, easy to find.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I know when you were on before, we talked about a little bit about tourism in the area and about what a great place it is to bring family, friends for a visit and all the wonderful things we have to offer here as a tourist destination. We also talked about staycations, that it's a great place for people who live here to actually check out what's going on in this area, because it's pretty amazing. But on the other hand, there are people that come here and stay, people that want to live here, and those people need to find jobs.
Absolutely.
And so we have, there's a lot of great industry out here and great businesses to work with, but the economy hasn't been real good lately, as we all know. But you have you've partnered with a lot of businesses to kind of help them grow their business. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And all different sizes of companies, from a sole proprietary business working out of their house to FedEx, even as far as partnerships within the community. That's one of our goals. So
if you're a new business or you're thinking about starting a business in this area, it's really a smart move to get in touch with your chamber and become part of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Through the educational programs, the networking opportunities, the community events. It's just a wise choice, and many businesses in our local cities have chosen to do that.
Right. Which brings me to you, Tony. So you are with FedEx.
Yes.
And FedEx is now got the new site out in Troutdale. So tell me a little bit about how that all came about.
Well, we used to be out in North Portland,
right,
and we had a large facility there. We started to get to a point where we were exceeding the capacity of that old building. So we, looked around different sites, and we found the site we're at now, and it's just, it's 77 acres. It's a gigantic, beautiful area. We put a lot of work along with the Port of Portland to clean the area up, and it's come out to be a beautiful building, almost 500,000 square feet.
Wow, that's huge.
Yes.
This was the old Alcoa plant,
yes,
is that right?
Exactly.
The Reynolds?
Yeah.
Yeah. So That's huge.
Yes.
That's huge. So, have you been involved with it from the beginning? And were you at the Swan Island location?
Yeah, I started in 2005, and so we made the transition from Swan Island over to the new location just last August.
Okay, so it's just been open since August.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now what exactly do you do at that center?
Right now, well, at the hub we have, it directs packages that are coming in from the east and from the south. So we are getting packages that are coming from the northwest and then directing them back out, as well as getting them in and then delivering them to the northwest. So that hub is just redirecting packages as they come in and go out.
So when this was all news, you know, when you decided to make that move, that was a big deal for the Troutdale area, for the East County area, and people are very excited about new jobs coming to the area. How has that panned out?
It's been great. It's been very, you know, the welcoming that we've received from the East County area has been just great. You know, we started promoting and I started recruiting out here in the East County area, you know, maybe 6 months prior to moving out here. And, you know, recruiting at like Mount Hood, especially, you know,
the community college,
right? And we started to source a lot of folks from there, which made the transition coming out here a lot easier because we had less fallout or turnover.
Right, right. You get some people that are already from this area.
Exactly. So
get those young, strong college kids.
Yeah, and well, all walks of life throughout the community, you know. So yeah, so the transition has been, as long as we had that plan in place, we've been very successful, and things have worked out very well. Good.
So the jobs that you have, I mean, obviously the construction jobs, that was probably a huge thing.
Right, initially,
getting started.
And that was 2 years,
right.
actually.
Right, so that was a big deal. Yes. Now you're actually up and running. You still have jobs available?
Yes, actually, we are currently hiring. I was telling David earlier that we hired 60 people in the last 3 weeks.
Really?
And as our
good news for the community here.
Yeah. Our volume has started to uptick a little bit here, and as we move into spring, we start to see more volume come up into the summer months. Coming off of like, you know, December, our peak time, you know, you see it kind of a little bit of it
there.
Yeah. So now we're coming back up into that. So we are accepting applications, and we are, you know, hiring folks now.
So for people out there that are looking for a job, which we all know there are a lot of people out there looking for jobs, what are the main things you're looking for right now? Are there specific jobs that you're,
It's an entry-level position working in our warehouse, just basically moving packages from point A to point B, either unloading or loading a trailer.
Okay.
There are mandatory qualifications, and I can list those.
Sure, tell us what they are.
So you have to be 18.
Okay.
You got to be out of high school.
Okay.
You got to be able to pass a criminal background check.
High school degree? High school diploma?
No, not necessary.
Just be out of school.
Out of high school. And then you have to be able to work one of our 5-day-a-week shifts.
Oh, okay.
It's that easy.
That's not terribly demanding.
No.
I mean, really.
And then from that point, getting in at that entry-level position, you can then move on to other positions that are available. So it's really getting your foot in the door and then making yourself visible and showing a work ethic, you know. And what we're looking for is someone that can show up on time every day.
Good. Well, you know, we're not usually in the business of showcasing certain businesses, but we want people to know that, you know, that there are businesses out there that are hiring, because this community, as all other communities in this country, are, you know, having a tough time getting jobs, and you know, we want to point that out, that FedEx is hiring, and if they get on with them, there are possibility for getting benefits and that kind of thing.
Yes, after 1,000 hours, you're eligible for medical, dental, and vision. After 6 months, you have vacation time that's coming your way, and there are raises periodically, like after 30 days, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. There are different raises that are set up. So, but yeah, there's
something to work for there.
Yes, exactly.
Besides just that weekly paycheck.
Yes,
well, incentives do help. So you've been there how long with FedEx?
It'll be 6 years in September.
And you think working there has been a good move for you?
Oh, it's been the best. It's been the best company I've ever worked for. Yes,
really?
Definitely.
Well, that's great. Yes. Good. Now, are you familiar with the community work that FedEx does?
Definitely, yes. I have a big hand in that. What I do is we look for programs or organizations that are offering volunteer type work, and what we do is we we go in and we provide the labor, or maybe sometimes donations.
Oh, nice.
And then we'll use some of our existing employee pool to go in and actually put hands on. The biggest thing that we've done recently is the Summerfest, or, in
yes, the
Troutdale.
Troutdale Summerfest.
So we're a
sure.
part of that. We're a part of
Great.
that. And so that's a big partnership.
Yes.
And so among other things, the Portland Blues Festival as well, the Oregon Food Bank, and then we do a couple other little things that we've created to do, with, like say, Cherry Park, Convalescent Home. We go in and we do some charity work or some volunteer work with them as well.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, because I think that's very important. If for any business, you have to take care of business first, but then you also need to get back to your community and become a part of your community. So, have you personally been involved in some of those volunteer efforts?
Yes, I'm there from the initial contact all the way through putting hands on, and then the wrap up and giving out what we call a Purple Promise Award. The company, one of the company goals is to make every FedEx experience outstanding, and we call it the Purple Promise, and we give those to employees who have been showing that Purple Promise. So
wonderful.
I give those out after everybody helps out with something.
So you are very much involved.
Yes,
in
definitely.
That. Yeah. Okay. So what else do we need to know about FedEx and what's going on in the community? Do you have other things coming up that that other people can become involved in? Or?
I don't have too many other things we do other than the things that, if you become an employee, then we can then invite you to come down. Next thing up is the March of Dimes, and then we have our TDC, which is the Truck Driving Championship.
Oh, tell me about that.
Yeah, that's a great thing where we have all the local, like other businesses, like even Conway, Walmart, any of the transportation type businesses come out, and they actually will participate in doing like maneuvers and whatnot. And
really?
So it's an actual like state thing, so. It's a lot of fun.
It's like going to the monster truck thing down at the Coliseum.
Yeah, it is. It's a great competition. In fact, the Chamber was involved as far as being judges.
Yeah.
And
so it's open to the
like
public?
Yes, it is, yes.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
That sounds like a fun thing. So David, it's a benefit to the community, obviously, to have FedEx as part of your community. Are you working to get other businesses into the area? Are you involved with trying to recruit businesses into the area, or you just work with them and they actually get here?
No, actually, we have a staff member that is our Economic Development Director, David Eatwell, and he's part of a consortium of the 4 cities that I mentioned before.
Right.
Everyone has skin in the game. They give funds to that, and then David is able to work to bring new businesses into the 4 cities.
Oh, wonderful.
David's a very busy man.
Yeah, I bet he is.
So, we are recruiting businesses. And once the businesses get to our area and land on a piece of property, build a building, whatever, we continue the process. He kind of hands the baton over to the Chamber to partner with them as far as education, community services, those type of things.
If they're an organization that is not currently involved in doing community outreach or community service, do you encourage them to do that like FedEx does?
We give them a great example. I mean, our chamber does community service, and we invite our members to join us as we do community service.
Okay.
So the first thing that we do is we model it for our businesses. And then obviously we're working with them and saying, hey, this was really easy to do. Why don't you go ahead and do it on your own?
Yeah.
Here's some suggestions. So yes,
so
absolutely. Either through the chamber,
model it, then hold their hand and show them actually how they can do it too.
Well, we don't have to hold their hand. I mean, they kind of get it. I mean, they really get it.
Well, and really, for any business, it's a great way to promote their business too, just to be out there in the community. I mean, it's good for the business as well as the community. I mean, the community service is really just a win-win.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why we were really excited with FedEx, with that double mention, the 750 jobs that they brought into our area, but also they already had a great track record when it comes to community service. So it was a win-win situation for us.
So if people are interested in getting a position with FedEx, checking into that.
So what we do is we call the job line, and that number is 503-660-1833.
Okay.
And that would give you information as to where we're at with the hiring. You'd have to take a tour of the facility first. We want to make sure you know what you're getting into. We get to see inside. You come inside, and then we'll take it from there.
Good. And they can also go to your website, I assume, too.
Yes,
FedEx.com.
Yes.
That's a nice, easy one.
Yeah.
Okay, and if people are interested in finding out more about the Chamber, I know we got the West Columbia Gorge Chamber.com also,
yes.
which is a little longer, but it's
Yes.
not too tough.
Yes.
Okay, well, we're just about out of time here, so thank you, gentlemen, both of you, for being on here. And if if people are interested in commenting on communities or businesses in the community and what they're doing and actually being involved, we do have our blog that people, our Community Hotline blog, and we have a Facebook page too, so people can follow the conversation and keep in touch with that. So thanks for watching this segment of Community Hotline. Please don't go away. Remember, we will be right back, and we'll be talking with another Chamber of Commerce. It'll be the Gresham Chamber of Commerce. See you in just a few minutes. Remember, you can take part in the discussion online. Visit our blog and tell us about your experiences at communityhotline.wordpress.com. And don't forget to take a look at our Facebook page too. You can see what's going on behind the scenes, find out about fun contests we're running, and link to some of the great organizations that have been on at facebook.com/communityhotline Metro East. See you online.